Hey guys, what's up? So today's video is on this look that I have on right here. So I am obsessed with this look more than I thought that I would be. So I think I only have one look on my channel like this where like I don't have any lower lash shadows on. I just have mascara on the lower lash line. But that look is more natural, whereas this one is very dramatic and colorful and definitely not like that look at all. So this was very outside of my comfort zone, but I actually really like it. I feel like not having the lower lash line, having the shadows and everything, I think made it very wearable and a little more everyday of a look, even though the upper lid is very dramatic. So I hope you all enjoy. Please be sure to like and subscribe before you leave, and be sure to hit that post notification bell to get notified every single time that I upload. And if you would like to see this look, then just keep on watching. Alright you guys, so we're going to start off with the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette, and shadows on it. Okay, so I'm going to take my Morphe M433, and I'm going to take the shade Not My Journey, which is this purple one right here. Okay, so we're going to start this. I'm worried about my tape not sticking. Okay, so we're gonna start this all out here on this outer half of the eye. And then ignore the fact that my face is kind of pink. So I was outside yesterday and honestly I got a little burnt. So I'm starting off with kind of like tapping, packing sort of motions. And I'm taking this from, I'm lightly bringing it all the way in, but very lightly. I don't want it too crazy through there. I mostly want the pigment to be out here on this outer half of the eye. Sorry if you hear my dog barking. Just like that right there. So it's kind of messy right now, but that's okay. That's kind of what we want. And then I did prime my eyes with my P. Louise eye base as well before starting this, and the Scotch tape obviously. So now I'm going to pick up my Morphe JH45, and I'm going to take the shade Therapy Sesh, which is this one right here. And we're going to lightly buff over this to soften this line. And then I'm going to pick back up my, what's it called? My M433 from Morphe. And I did not dust off the brush at all, so this is whatever product is left over. And I'm just going to kind of lightly like dust from the tape. And I'm using just a very light hand just to kind of further blend that out. Okay, so now I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So taking that JH45 brush with a little bit of Therapy Sesh, which is that lighter purple, and putting this up above the purple that was placed down beforehand, which was Not My Journey, so that we can blend this out. So I place that down, and then I kind of wipe off the brush and then go in and start blending. Right, and then again, picking up my M433 with no additional product, because as you can see right there, this is what this is going to do. This is going to soften this because you're not picking up any extra product, but it is continuing to blend because it still has a little bit of that product left over on the brush, that it's going to soften that line between the two and make sure everything is nice and blended. So now I'm going to jump into a different palette. I'm going to jump into, this one's kind of like a custom palette, like it's a Z palette and then you put in whatever ones you want. And I'm going to use this shade right there, which is Sketch from MAC. And I'm going to take that M433, I just dusted it off on a towel. And now I'm going to take a little bit of that, tap off the excess, and I'm going to go right up against the tape, right out here, just to deepen up this outer, like third, this outer corner area. And then I'm going to dust it off after I've applied that, and I'm just going to kind of buff over to make sure that there are no harsh lines. Just like so. Alright. Okay, so now I'm going to take the shade Lolly Mama, which is this one right here in the Jaclyn Hill palette again, and I'm going to take this on my Morphe JH53 brush, and we're going to apply this on the blank part of the lid, so like this inner half of the lid area. And then I'm just kind of using tapping motions right here through the crease with this brush to kind of blend the pink into the purple that is in the crease. And then same with right out here, just like so. Alright, so now I'm going to apply some wing liner and lashes. So the wing, my eyeliner is going to be the Maybelline gel liner in the shade Blackest Black. And then I'm going to apply the Velour Lashes in the style Fluff and Edgy, and I will be right back. Alright, you guys, so I just applied liner and lashes, and this is what we are working with right now. And I will say too, if you guys see me look in that direction, that is where my monitor is, so disregard that. But now let's move on to the face. So I'm going to use my Smashbox primer water to prime really quick. Okay, and I'm gonna let that dry just a little bit, and then I'm gonna use the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. Alright, and then I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation. And then I'm going to use my Morphe Highlight and Contour Sponge to blend this out. Now I'm going to use my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I feel like I need just a tiny bit on like these outer corner areas. Just a tiny bit, because I know I get some redness right here. Alright, and then I'm going to use the CoverFX Perfect Setting Powder for all over my face as well as my under eyes. So now I'm going to take the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette, and I'm going to take this middle color right here on, then I got a little fuzzy on my brush, on my Morphe JH02. And brush bristles all over the place. Okay, so then I'm going to take my Morphe JH05 and I'm going to take this shade right here. So this is the left side of the palette contour one, so the lighter contour. And we're going to contour just a little bit. And then I'm going to take, this is the Luxie JD 182 brush, and I'm going to mix the bronzer and contour shades that we used and just lightly bronze the sides and the nose. I'm not very good at like contouring, so I'm not going to call it contouring. I'm just going to say I'm bronzing it. And I don't do this when I have like a really soft bronzer, but like if I have a little more of like a structured contour and stuff, then I do like to do this because that's usually a little darker and I feel like it just brings and ties everything together. I need to learn how to get better at this, but my struggle is I have a little bit of a crooked nose. I feel like a lot of people do, honestly, but I definitely do, and I think that's my struggle with it. Alright, so now for blush, we're going to use the Tarte blush in the shade Exposed with my Morphe JH04. Now I'm going to spritz my face with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Alright, and then for highlight, I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Beaming Highlighters, and I'm going to be mixing the shades High Volt and Extra. So now I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to put my eyebrows on and my lower lash mascara, and I will be right back. Alright you guys, so brows and lower lash mascara is on. So last but not least, we just have lipstick. I'm going to use my little mini one because I want to use this up before I use the full-size one that I bought. And so this is the Kylie Cosmetics Charm Velvet Formula. I feel like my mascara is like touching. Alright you guys, that is it for this finished makeup look. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again in my next one. Bye!